I've got the Volantex Ranger 600 back out here again today, and it is my absolute favorite beginner plane of all time. Alright, so in the last video I had made an adjustment to the elevator, and so now it performs loops really well. Alright, so now I have adjusted the linkage on the ailerons to give me more movement on the ailerons, so I want to see how well that will increase the roll rate. So I've got it in fully stabilized mode. I've got my timer set for 7 minutes. I got a little bit of a wind out here today. Let's launch it. Takes right off. Alright, so let's come through here, gain a little altitude, come back upwind, and put it into full manual mode and see what we get with the roll rate now. Okay, so there's intermediate mode, and get away from the sun. There's full manual mode. Okay, I just had to do a loop. All right, I want to come back into the wind and then try a roll and see what we have. Let's get a little speed up. Full throttle. It's still very slow. Let's try that again. See if we get a little more speed. Alright, let's get some speed up. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Much better than it was, guys. It's not great, but it's certainly much better than it was. That I didn't execute that one very well. I put too much negative elevator in it. Let's try that again. Yeah, that's a lot faster than it was. I had to, when I was doing rolls with it before, I would have to wait on it and wait on it and wait on it. Alright, let's try that again. Yeah, that's a lot better. So I have to put in, it's still slow enough that you have to put in, oh yeah, I do love those loops now. It's still slow enough that I have to put in a little bit of negative elevator when it's inverted, but so much better than it was. Gotta say, it's a definite improvement. So the only way I'm going to get it any better is either to extend the ailerons or longer control horns on the servo. That's in full manual mode. I'm still in full manual mode. Don't want to hit the scrub. Now it's not going to be as smooth with the stock transmitter, you know, in full manual mode as it is with this TX16S, but with the TX16S, since you can bind up to it with a multi-protocol transmitter using protocol V761 sub-protocol 4 channel, being able to put your expo in to smooth out the controls makes this just a non-issue flying in full manual mode, guys. It's such an extremely stable airframe. There's just no worries, you know. Full manual mode. Is that awesome, or is that awesome? Okay, well, now that I've got it working really well in the loop direction and the pitch, just had to do another loop there before I run out of too much battery power. You can tell, you can definitely tell when you're starting to run out of battery power. It's not doing the real snappy loops anymore, but it's still performing them. Oh, now we're getting some wind. How's that for a sub 70 gram plane in some wind and full manual mode? That is pretty darn good, isn't it? Downwind. Hovers, pivots. Just hover there, pivot. Hover, pivot. Man, if I had more wind, I think you could slope it. Okay, let's put it back into fully stabilized mode, bring it back and land it. I've got one of my old batteries in here right now. There we go. What a joy of a plane. You almost landed on the table. What a joy of a plane. Okay, so the roll rate is still not great. I don't know if I'll do anything about that or not. I don't want to take a chance on ruining all the great qualities that it has. But with a fresh battery, the loops, as you saw, were nice and snappy. I did a bunch of them. The roll rate is much improved from where it was. I think I can live with that. But I'm just so happy with this little tiny plane. It is absolutely fantastic. Links to this plane will be in the show notes. I think for what it is and how great this thing flies, I think it's a steal for the price it's selling for. If you don't have one, I want everybody to have one of these. Okay, everybody should experience this little plane. It's that good. All right, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the air.